Welcome to our new video series at Victory Sports Runners, where we bring on college commits, talk about their experience going through the recruiting process. So our first one is going to be Gavin O'Brien, who recently committed to Rutgers University. So we're excited to jump on it. So Gav, give us a little background on, how you got to this point. Maybe, as a young kid, what made you start playing lacrosse, and that moment that you realized, like, all right, hey, I can play at a pretty high level.
Yeah, so definitely my brothers kind of introduced me to the game, and just like always being around the game kind of like got me into it, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
Okay. Well, how much older are your brothers than you?
One is a junior in college, and the other one's a freshman.
Okay. Did they play college as well?
Yeah, they play. One plays at Geneseo, and the other plays at Maritime.
Okay. All right. So you're always in like the background, having like catches and everything like that. That's pretty cool. Now, what team did you grow up playing on?
I played for 91 my life. Great organization, and just Northport.
Okay. Nice. Now, at what moment did you realize, like, hey, like, all right, I'm pretty good?
I don't know. I guess really just from like a young age, everyone kind of always talked me up a little bit. Okay. I guess everyone kind of has always said I'm like an unselfish player, which has always been like probably the best compliment you could really get. So I don't know. I guess that.
Hey, I mean that's good. You don't want to be selfish. You want to be a ball hog. Now, take us to that moment where you obviously September wasn't too long ago, but that you were making your decision. What made you choose Rutgers?
Definitely the love I've felt from the coaching staff there. Obviously their facilities are some of the best in the country, but definitely the love I felt from the coaches. It's definitely nice. It's like you can feel that, and kind of like right when I get on campus, kind of knew that was the place for me.
Now talk to us about how you're going to prepare for the D1 level. I mean, obviously it's going to be extremely different. I mean, I know you've always played at a pretty high level, especially over the summer, and here on Long Island, there's a lot of good high school teams. But obviously you're going to be playing with men, especially with COVID and transfer and all this crazy stuff that's going on in college. Guys are going to be bigger, faster, and stronger. So how are you going to prepare?
Definitely just keep being in the weight room, get as big as possible, prepare myself as best as possible. I mean, obviously playing on Long Island, you're playing some of the best competition, but it's going to be a big jump from the high school level to the college level. So definitely just work as hard as possible, and take it from there.
Hell yeah! I mean, I think that's important. I mean, the one thing that I think a lot of the coaches here at VSP have noticed about you, because you were an Athlete of the Month recipient, last month. But you have a good work ethic. You don't really need to be told, hey, you got to work harder, or hey, push yourself a little bit more, or make sure you're getting in. You're always here, and I talk about it. Simple formula: effort plus consistency will equal results.
Yeah.
And I think that if you continue to follow that formula, good things are going to happen for you.
Yeah.
But let's dive into what you would potentially tell your younger self, right? Let's say you got an opportunity to talk to Gavin when he was 13, 14 years old. Would you have done anything differently?
I wouldn't say I would do anything differently. I would just say, like, always work your hardest, like whatever you're doing, always give 100% effort. I would say, I mean, obviously I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
It's definitely a huge accomplishment. It's been a dream of mine forever to play Division I lacrosse. So yeah, I mean, keep working hard.
Yeah.
Always work hard.
That's good. I mean, not for you not to have any regrets. But now, what about talking to some of our younger viewers? A lot of kids, they stress so much about the recruiting process.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. Especially for somebody young, they don't necessarily need to make those crazy important decisions yet. But when your September 1 comes around, sometimes you got it. So what advice would you give to some of the younger players out there that are going to be going through the recruiting process, maybe next year or the year after that?
I would definitely just say what you're putting in is what you're going to get out of it. I mean, it's hard to do, whatever you set your mind to do, you can do it. Just work as hard as possible, and everything will work out. Yeah,
no, I like that. Now, were you active in like reaching out to schools and making sure that you talk to your coaches about what tournaments to play in, or what schools to go visit? Like, how did that all play out?
Yeah, definitely my coaches were a huge help in all of this. They're, I mean, some of the best mentors I can have, ask for it really, especially at 91 and especially at Northport too. They really mentored, guided me through this whole thing. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to make a lot of the decisions on your own, but with your family, but they definitely helped me.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, because not everyone also has that support.
Yeah.
But and obviously like 91, Express, and some of the other bigger organizations around here, they do have a pretty good recruiting team, which is helpful. But at the end of the day, you got to make the decision. I mean, Now, I know you chose Rutgers for specific reasons, but what are you most looking forward to?
Definitely just the atmosphere. I mean, I went to the practice there and everyone was just flying around. The coaches were great. The weight room was awesome, just the energy. But yeah, I'm just excited to be a part of a team like that and have culture. And
Hell yeah, man. And now what about Northport? What are you most excited about for this upcoming year of Northport Lacrosse?
I think that we can make a big run for it. We're definitely a really good team with all the guys that are here, train at VSP.
Hell yeah.
Excited to make a run.
Yeah, man, you guys got to win states this year. But all right, man, let's wrap it up here. I appreciate you coming on, and look forward to seeing you in the weight room.
Thank you.